Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Daily Dose of English. I'm Tom and I'm really excited about today's lesson. You know what? Today we're going to talk about something that everybody loves: hobbies. Yes, those special things we do for fun, for relaxation, for pure enjoyment. Now, I have a question for you. What do you like to do in your free time? Think about it for a moment. Maybe you like reading books, maybe you enjoy cooking, or perhaps you love playing sports. Whatever it is, today you're going to learn how to talk about it in English, clearly, naturally, and confidently. By the end of this lesson, you'll know how to describe your hobbies, ask others about their interests, and have real conversations about what you love to do. We'll practice together with shadowing exercises, learn useful vocabulary, and even share some stories. Are you ready? Let's begin. First, let's start with the basics. What exactly is a hobby? A hobby is something you do for pleasure in your free time. It's not work, it's not something you have to do. It's something you choose to do because you enjoy it. Let me teach you the most important sentence pattern for talking about hobbies. Listen carefully. I like to read books. I like to read books. Now you repeat. I enjoy playing guitar. I enjoy playing guitar. Now you repeat. My hobby is painting. My hobby is painting. Now you repeat. See how simple that is? Now let's learn some common hobbies. I'll say each one twice, then you repeat. I like reading. I like reading. Now you repeat. I enjoy cooking. I enjoy cooking. Now you repeat. I love swimming. I love swimming. Now you repeat. I'm interested in photography. I'm interested in photography. Now you repeat. I'm keen on gardening. I'm keen on gardening. Now you repeat. Now here's something interesting. In English, we have different ways to express how much we like something. Listen to these levels of enthusiasm. I don't mind watching TV. This means it's okay, but not special. I don't mind watching TV. I don't mind watching TV. Now you repeat. I quite like playing chess. This means you enjoy it a reasonable amount. I quite like playing chess. I quite like playing chess. Now you repeat. I really enjoy hiking. This shows stronger enthusiasm. I really enjoy hiking. I really enjoy hiking. Now you repeat. I absolutely love dancing. This shows the highest level of enthusiasm. I absolutely love dancing. I absolutely love dancing. Now you repeat. I'm crazy about football. This is informal and shows you really love it. I'm crazy about football. I'm crazy about football. Now you repeat. Now let's learn how to ask other people about their hobbies. This is so important for making friends and having conversations. Here are the key questions. What do you like to do in your free time? What do you like to do in your free time? Now you repeat. Do you have any hobbies? Do you have any hobbies? Now you repeat. What are you interested in? What are you interested in? Now you repeat. What do you do for fun? What do you do for fun? Now you repeat. How do you spend your weekends? How do you spend your weekends? Now you repeat. Now let me teach you some follow-up questions. These are questions you ask to continue the conversation. How long have you been doing that? How long have you been doing that? Now you repeat. How often do you practice? How often do you practice? Now you repeat. Where do you usually do it? Where do you usually do it? Now you repeat. Is it expensive? Is it expensive? Now you repeat. How did you get started? How did you get started? Now you repeat. Now let's learn how to give more information about your hobbies. When someone asks about your hobby, you don't want to just say, "I like reading," and stop. You want to give more details to keep the conversation interesting. Here's a pattern you can use. I like hobby because reason. Let's practice. I like reading because it helps me relax. I like reading because it helps me relax. Now you repeat. I enjoy cooking because I love trying new recipes. I enjoy cooking because I love trying new recipes. Now you repeat. Let's break down longer sentences. I started playing guitar. I started playing guitar. Now you repeat. When I was 15. When I was 15. Now you repeat. Full sentence. I started playing guitar when I was 15. Now you repeat. Here are some useful phrases for describing when you do your hobby. I usually paint on weekends. I usually paint on weekends. Now you repeat. I go swimming 3 times a week. I go swimming 3 times a week. Now you repeat. I practice yoga every morning. I practice yoga every morning. Now you repeat. I play video games in the evening. I play video games in the evening. Now you repeat. I do gardening whenever I have time. I do gardening whenever I have time. Now you repeat. Let's talk about different types of hobbies. Some hobbies we do inside, some we do outside. This is useful vocabulary. Indoor hobbies. These are things we do inside. I like doing puzzles at home. I like doing puzzles at home. Now you repeat. I enjoy knitting while watching TV. I enjoy knitting while watching TV. Now you repeat. My favourite indoor hobby is playing chess. My favourite indoor hobby is playing chess. Now you repeat. Outdoor hobbies. These are things we do outside. I love hiking in the mountains. I love hiking in the mountains. Now you repeat. I go fishing every weekend. I go fishing every weekend. Now you repeat. My favourite outdoor activity is cycling. My favourite outdoor activity is cycling. Now you repeat. Some hobbies can be both. For example, I can do yoga inside or outside. I can do yoga inside or outside. Now you repeat. Photography takes me everywhere. Photography takes me everywhere. Now you repeat. Now let's practice with a real conversation. I'll be person A and person B. Listen first, then we'll practice together. Person A. Hi, Sarah. What do you like to do in your free time? Person B. Oh, I have several hobbies. I really enjoy painting. Person A. That's interesting. How long have you been painting? Person B. I started about 3 years ago. What about you? Person A. I'm really into photography. I love taking pictures of nature. Person B. That sounds wonderful. Do you have a favourite place to take photos? Now let's practice this dialogue with shadowing. First, Person A. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Now you repeat. What do you like to do in your free time? What do you like to do in your free time? Now you repeat. Now Person B. Oh, I have several hobbies. Oh, I have several hobbies. Now you repeat. I really enjoy painting. I really enjoy painting. Now you repeat. Let's continue. That's interesting. That's interesting. Now you repeat. How long have you been painting? How long have you been painting? Now you repeat. I started about 3 years ago. I started about 3 years ago. Now you repeat. What about you? What about you? Now you repeat. I'm really into photography. I'm really into photography. Now you repeat. I love taking pictures of nature. I love taking pictures of nature. Now you repeat. That sounds wonderful. That sounds wonderful. Now you repeat. Do you have a favourite place to take photos? Do you have a favourite place to take photos? Now you repeat. Here are some expressions that native speakers often use when talking about hobbies. I'm really into. This means you really like something. I'm really into yoga these days. I'm really into yoga these days. Now you repeat. I'm hooked on. This means you're addicted to something in a good way. I'm hooked on Korean dramas. I'm hooked on Korean dramas. Now you repeat, I can't get enough of. This means you want to do it all the time. I can't get enough of hiking. I can't get enough of hiking. Now you repeat. It's not really my thing. This means you don't enjoy it. Golf. It's not really my thing. Golf. It's not really my thing. Now you repeat. I used to, but now I. This talks about change. I used to play tennis. I used to play tennis. Now you repeat. But now I prefer swimming. But now I prefer swimming. Now you repeat. Let me tell you about my weekend and my hobbies. This will help you see how we use this vocabulary in real life. Last Saturday was perfect for my hobbies. In the morning, I woke up early and went jogging. I usually jog for about 30 minutes. It helps me stay healthy and gives me energy for the day. Let's practice key sentences. Last Saturday was perfect for my hobbies. Last Saturday was perfect for my hobbies. Now you repeat. I woke up early and went jogging. I woke up early and went jogging. Now you repeat. After jogging, I came home and had breakfast. Then I spent 2 hours playing guitar. I've been learning guitar for 5 years now. I'm not professional, but I really enjoy it. Music makes me happy. I spent 2 hours playing guitar. I spent 2 hours playing guitar. Now you repeat. Music makes me happy. Music makes me happy. Now you repeat. In the afternoon, I met my friend Mike. We both love photography, so we went to the park to take pictures. The weather was beautiful, sunny but not too hot, perfect for outdoor photography. We both love photography. We both love photography. Now you repeat. Perfect for outdoor photography. Perfect for outdoor photography. Now you repeat. We spent about 3 hours taking photos of flowers, birds, and people enjoying the park. Mike has been doing photography longer than me, almost 10 years. He taught me some new techniques. He taught me some new techniques. He taught me some new techniques. Now you repeat. In the evening, I relaxed at home with my other hobby, cooking. I love trying new recipes from different countries. Last Saturday, I made Italian pasta from scratch. It took time, but it was delicious. I love trying new recipes from different countries. I love trying new recipes from different countries. Now you repeat. It took time, but it was delicious. It took time, but it was delicious. Now you repeat. Let's organise hobbies into different categories. This will help you remember them better. I enjoy creative activities. I enjoy creative activities. Now you repeat. Painting helps me express myself. Painting helps me express myself. Now you repeat. Writing stories is my passion. Writing stories is my passion. Now you repeat. I make jewellery as a hobby. I make jewellery as a hobby. Now you repeat. I play basketball twice a week. I play basketball twice a week. Now you repeat. Swimming keeps me fit. Swimming keeps me fit. Now you repeat. I do martial arts for self-defense. I do martial arts for self-defense. Now you repeat. I collect old coins. I collect old coins. Now you repeat. My hobby is collecting stamps. My hobby is collecting stamps. Now you repeat. I have over 200 books in my collection. I have over 200 books in my collection. Now you repeat. I'm learning a new language. I'm learning a new language. Now you repeat. I take online courses for fun. I take online courses for fun. Now you repeat. Reading helps me learn new things. Reading helps me learn new things. Now you repeat. Every hobby has challenges. Let's learn how to talk about them. Learning guitar is difficult but rewarding. Learning guitar is difficult but rewarding. Now you repeat. Sometimes I feel frustrated. Sometimes I feel frustrated. Now you repeat. But I keep practicing. But I keep practicing. Now you repeat. The hardest part is finding time. The hardest part is finding time. Now you repeat. Equipment can be expensive. Equipment can be expensive. Now you repeat. I'm still a beginner, but I'm improving. I'm still a beginner, but I'm improving. Now you repeat. Let's practice another conversation, this time at a hobby club, Person A. Welcome to our photography club. Is this your first time here? Person B, yes it is. I just started learning photography last month. Person A, that's great. What made you interested in photography? Person B, I love capturing beautiful moments. Plus, I enjoy being outdoors. Person A, perfect. Our club goes on photo walks every Sunday. Would you like to join us? Person B, that sounds amazing. What time do you usually meet? Let's practice with shadowing. Welcome to our photography club. Welcome to our photography club. Now you repeat. Is this your first time here? Is this your first time here? Now you repeat. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Now you repeat. I just started learning photography last month. I just started learning photography last month. Now you repeat. What made you interested in photography? What made you interested in photography? Now you repeat. I love capturing beautiful moments. I love capturing beautiful moments. Now you repeat. Plus, I enjoy being outdoors. Plus, I enjoy being outdoors. Now you repeat. Our club goes on photo walks every Sunday. Our club goes on photo walks every Sunday. Now you repeat. Would you like to join us? Would you like to join us? Now you repeat. That sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. Now you repeat. Did you know that hobbies can be different in different cultures? In America, many people enjoy DIY projects. That means do it yourself. They fix their houses, build furniture, or work on cars. Americans love DIY projects. Americans love do-it-yourself projects. Now you repeat. In Japan, many people practice ikebana, the art of flower arranging. It's both beautiful and meditative. Ikebana is Japanese flower arranging. Ikebana is Japanese flower arranging. Now you repeat. In Britain, gardening is extremely popular. Many British people spend hours taking care of their gardens. Gardening is a British passion. Gardening is a British passion. Now you repeat. Understanding cultural hobbies helps us connect with people from different backgrounds. Now let's practice combining different ideas about hobbies. This is more advanced but very useful. Although I'm busy with work, I always make time for my hobbies because they help me relax. Let's break this down. Although I'm busy with work. Although I'm busy with work. Now you repeat. I always make time for my hobbies. I always make time for my hobbies. Now you repeat. Because they help me relax. Because they help me relax. Now you repeat. Another example. I used to think painting was boring, but after trying it once, I discovered I really enjoyed it. I used to think painting was boring. I used to think painting was boring. Now you repeat. But after trying it once. But after trying it once. Now you repeat. I discovered I really enjoyed it. I discovered I really enjoyed it. Now you repeat. Let me tell you about my friend Maria and how she found her perfect hobby. Maria always felt stressed after work. She needed something to help her relax. One day, her colleague suggested yoga. At first, Maria wasn't sure. She thought, I'm not flexible enough for yoga. Let's practice. Maria always felt stressed after work. Maria always felt stressed after work. Now you repeat. She needed something to help her relax. She needed something to help her relax. Now you repeat. But Maria decided to try it anyway. She found a beginner's class near her home. The first class was challenging. She couldn't do all the poses, but the teacher was kind and encouraging. She found a beginner's class near her home. She found a beginner's class near her home. Now you repeat. The teacher was kind and encouraging. The teacher was kind and encouraging. Now you repeat. After a month of practicing twice a week, Maria noticed changes. She felt calmer. She slept better. Her back pain decreased. Now, 2 years later, yoga isn't just Maria's hobby. It's part of her life. She felt calmer. She felt calmer. Now you repeat. Yoga isn't just Maria's hobby. It's part of her life. Yoga isn't just Maria's hobby. It's part of her life. Now you repeat. Sometimes people ask us for advice about starting a new hobby. Here's how to give suggestions. If you like being creative, you might enjoy painting. If you like being creative, you might enjoy painting. Now you repeat. Why don't you try joining a club? Why don't you try joining a club? Now you repeat. You could start with something simple. You could start with something simple. Now you repeat. Have you thought about learning an instrument? Have you thought about learning an instrument? Now you repeat. I'd recommend starting slowly. I'd recommend starting slowly. Now you repeat. The most important thing is to have fun. The most important thing is to have fun. Now you repeat. Let's put everything together with one final dialogue practice. Person A. Hey Tom, I'm looking for a new hobby. Any suggestions? Person B. Sure. What kind of things do you enjoy? Person A. I like being active and I enjoy being outdoors. Person B. Have you considered hiking or cycling? Person A. Cycling sounds interesting. Is it expensive to start? Person B. You can start with a basic bike. The important thing is to enjoy it. Person A. Thanks. I'll look for a used bike this weekend. Person B. Great idea. Let me know how it goes. Now let's practice the key parts. I'm looking for a new hobby. I'm looking for a new hobby. Now you repeat. What kind of things do you enjoy? What kind of things do you enjoy? Now you repeat. Have you considered hiking or cycling? Have you considered hiking or cycling? Now you repeat. The important thing is to enjoy it. The important thing is to enjoy it. Now you repeat. Let's learn how to describe how good you are at your hobby. I'm a complete beginner. I'm a complete beginner. Now you repeat. I'm still learning the basics. I'm still learning the basics. Now you repeat. I'm at an intermediate level. I'm at an intermediate level. Now you repeat. I'm getting better every day. I'm getting better every day. Now you repeat. I'm quite experienced now. I'm quite experienced now. Now you repeat. I've been doing this for years. I've been doing this for years. Now you repeat. Wow, we've covered so much today. Let's quickly review what we've learned. We learned how to talk about our hobbies using I like, I enjoy, and I'm interested in. Ask others about their hobbies with questions like, what do you do for fun? Describe when and where we do our hobbies. Talk about different types of hobbies: creative, sports, collecting, and learning. Give more details about why we enjoy our hobbies. Discuss challenges and improvements. Give advice about hobbies. Have complete conversations about interests. Remember these key phrases. What are your hobbies? What are your hobbies? Now you repeat. I'm really into. Now you repeat. How long have you been doing that? How long have you been doing that? Now you repeat. It helps me relax. It helps me relax. Now you repeat. Here's your homework for this week. I want you to write down 3 of your hobbies. Practice describing each hobby using the phrases we learned. Ask someone about their hobbies in English. Try to have a 2-minute conversation about hobbies. Remember, the best way to improve is to practice every day. Even 5 minutes of speaking practice makes a difference. You did an amazing job today. Learning to talk about hobbies is so important because it helps you make friends, have interesting conversations, and share what makes you happy. Remember, everyone has hobbies, even if they don't call them hobbies. Maybe you cook every day and love trying new recipes. That's a hobby. Maybe you watch movies and know everything about your favourite actors. That's a hobby too. The beautiful thing about hobbies is that there's no right or wrong. Whatever brings you joy, whatever helps you relax, whatever makes you excited, that's worth talking about. Keep practicing the phrases we learned today. Use them in real conversations. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how we learn. Thank you so much for learning with me today. This is Tom from Daily Dose of English, and I hope this lesson helped you feel more confident talking about your hobbies. If you enjoyed this lesson, please subscribe to Daily Dose of English. Hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next lesson. Next week, we'll learn how to talk about your daily routine in English. It's going to be really useful. Also, I'd love to hear about your hobbies. Leave a comment below and tell me. What's your favourite hobby? Try to write it in English using the phrases we practiced today. Remember, learning English is a journey, not a race. Be patient with yourself, practice a little bit every day, and celebrate your progress. Until next time, keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself. This is Tom saying goodbye. See you in the next lesson. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Now you repeat. Subscribe to Daily Dose of English. Subscribe to Daily Dose of English. Now you repeat. See you next time. See you next time. Now you repeat. Bye, everyone.